I thought it was time to leave home. It was a rash decision. I told my father that I would do best without his provision. I thought being independent and leaving home would show my father that I was capable of living on my own, alone, by myself, his hand to guide me no more. I could handle these waves that looked much smaller from the shore. So I set out and I found my way in this world of pleasure, and I spent all of my money on a plethora of treasures, and I realized as I tried to buy just one more tiny thing, my pockets had grown empty, thus I was left with nothing. So there I sat, on the road that I left on long ago. I did not know what to do, and I didn't know where to go. My father said he'd never leave, but I chose to leave him, to forsake his care when he said, "Daughter, you're never forsaken. You will never wander farther than my love for you can reach. Know that when you have nobody, my table has a seat." I know he meant what he said, but how dare I go back? I chose to ruin myself. How could I tell him that he was right, that planet Earth could not compare to love that only a father could give to a child? Oh, just to sit with him and hug his comforting body, to hold his hand, to walk back home, and seemed like such an unrealistic, undeserved, too good to be true kind of dream. So I sat, a wildly implicit predicament ahead of me. Both options seemed so selfish, but only one would give me peace. Unfortunately, that path would mean that I would basically slap my father with a, "Hey, I figured out that I probably should not have wandered. I know you gave me all your money and everything you owned, and I gave it all away for things that rotted along the road. So now that I have left myself bankrupt, perhaps could I come back home to your reliable love that dries my tear-stained eyes?" No, I couldn't do that to my father. I left his love for my desires, and I suppose that meant I'd have to be my own tear dryer. And in the midst of persistent tears and pain with head and hands, I heard my father's voice cry out from where our bond began, "Kaitlyn, I'm here, daughter, turn around and come home. Yes, I do reign over you, and yes, I'm on the throne, but I am also on the porch swing, and it's a seat for two, and I'm dying for the times that I got to sit with you. I miss you, girl, I miss you, and I know you're not okay. Please don't look at the world and don't turn the other way." What else could I say? "I'm coming, Father," as my feet began to run. Every treasure, every distraction, every single one I abandoned on that path to home. Nothing mattered anymore, except that Father was waiting to welcome me at his home's open door. And as I reached the hill right before the one on which home sat, my father saw me, got up, and ran, my quick pace to match. Life went in slow motion. His smile was otherworldly. It's as if he was saying, forget it if you hurt me. Forget it if you left and mocked my love with how you acted. I don't hold these things against you. I'm just glad you're back, kid. I did so much that was wrong, so many things I'd buy, but as I saw my father's open arms, all guilt was left behind, and this overwhelming weight of freedom made my legs give out, but nonetheless did Father proceed to run down the hill and shout. He scooped me up and swung me around, and he kissed my dirty cheek, and he carried me up the hill with such unprecedented speed. And it seemed as if he had carried something up a hill before, like the weight of my body was nothing compared to the weight of something more. He took me to the porch, and he laid my body on the swing, and he grabbed a rag to wash my face and then a bucket to wash my feet. And I noticed as he cared for me that all over his body were scars, and I had to ask, "Father, did I do that to you while I was gone?" And with a gaze that made me know that we were reconciled, that treated me not as a transgressor but as a child, he said, "Everything I did while you were gone was done for you. I went through pain that I never would want you to go through. I just wanted you to be free when you came home to me. I don't hold these things against you. What I've done covers your deeds. Remember, Kaitlyn, if ever again you choose to roam, these scars do not condemn you, but they beckon you back home." So Father and I sat there a while as he comforted me. No love in this world could compare to that love he has for me, to the love that drew me, yet a prodigal wretch, back to his porch swing.